Hello, everyone, and welcome to this personal development training where we upskill to become better at who we are and to make the most of what we already have. It's a pleasure to have you. My name is Kemi, and I'll be your instructor for this short course. The title of this training is How to Maximize Cloud Based Software for Personal and Business Use. How to maximize cloud based software for personal and business use. I will be your instructor, and my name is Kemi. Like many of you know, I have a medical background, but I also have interest in technology and in educational technology. And therefore, I have been spending some time to teach and tutor many people and many staff of organizations on how to use these simple tools to maximize and to simplify our lives and our daily operations. So, what are the objectives of this training? The objective is to equip us to gain competence in using common Google and other cloud-based application in navigating daily, personal, business, and corporate lives. So that's basically what we're going to be talking about. How do we use the common tools that we have online, like our Google tools and our cloud-based applications in navigating our lives, our businesses, our small businesses? How do we use it to simplify our daily activities and programs? So that is what we'll be focusing on. And why do we talk about Google? Whether we like it or not, Google has become a part of our lives. It's become a part of our vocabularies, and everything that we do on daily, almost on daily basis, has something in one way or the other to do with Google. And that's why it's one of the things that we'll be prioritizing. However, we are also going to look at many other software and online applications that we can use to structure our lives and to make things better for us. So you will discover practical strategies and free or freemium online tools that you can start using right away to bring about structure and productivity into your life and into your small business. So these are not things that you need to get some big money or you need to get um some extra very heavy training before you can start using them. These are simple tools that you can just start right now, that you can do immediately to simplify your lives. Like I said, many of us have been using it. They are tools that we are already familiar with. They are tools that we have already been using. The question is that we may or may not have clear structure or clear strategy on how to um, leverage them effectively. And therefore, we are having this training just to remind ourselves of how to do it. So, why do we need to upskill our digital skills? The world has gone digital. It's a digital world, you know. One in two jobs this day will require some digital skills. You have to know how to do something. You have to know how to do something online. You have to know how to have you have to have an email, because if any, even to get the simplest job, they will say send your CV, and you start saying, should I send it, should I bring the paper? They say email it to me. So you must be able to know how to do that. If the skills that previously you just have a one-on-one conversation now require you having to draft an email and sending it. I'm having to draft a CV and send it by email. So imagine what corporate life looks like. Imagine what your business would look like. You have to be able to write this thing and then how to present, to make a presentation to your client. And they say, look here, I have these things I want to offer you. So all those things, they now require that you have all these digital skills. And recently I had a little experience. I was required or asked by an organization to arrange a training on Google Workspace for the staff. And I was thinking that, oh, these people, they're already far advanced in corporate world, they know all these things. So I wasn't very keen, because I thought everybody in the corporate world knows something about digital. But I was surprised that despite the widespread use of phones and social media and even all these online tools, people still do not realize how we can use it. People still do not realize how we can um how we can leverage or optimize this cloud-based tools for personal use. And that's why I decided to just make more training and talk to more people about it. And also, when you know how to do these digital skills, you stand out. Even if you're not doing it for other people, even for your own personal life, you stand out because your life has order. And people like to follow someone whose life have orders, whose life has really commanded that level of dignity and that level of respect, such that when you speak or when you interact, it's very obvious because you know this person knows what he or she is saying. So that's one of the reasons why it is important to to learn these things. So there is this concept of Google computing, because of cloud computing. Pardon. So the whole point is that when we talk about digital skills, it's not just about you knowing how to use a computer, for example, or you knowing how to set up an email. But the question is to be able to store all your information and to operate almost exclusively in the cloud. For example, in the past, when I started buying computers or laptops, it used to come with Microsoft Word, for example. It just come with a few Microsoft applications that are already inbuilt. So after a while, I bought a laptop. It did not have Microsoft in it, and I was wondering, how do people survive without Microsoft Word in their inbuilt inbuilt in the laptop? And I was a little bit concerned because now I have to go and buy a fully licensed Microsoft 365, or that time wasn't 365, it was something else, but I had to go and buy it, and then I had to install it and I had to download it and pay Microsoft, and I felt it wasn't fair. Like, why do we do it? And I know people were just using Google became very popular at that time, and I was like, no, I want something that is on my computer, that I can control, that I can actually work with on the computer. But over time, I realized that wasn't really the way to go. Because, for example, your computer can crash and all your information is gone. All the things you'll be storing in that computer, somebody can steal it and it's gone. But what we should be using a computer for basically should just be like a hardware where we can store, where that we use like a shell, where all our information is actually in the cloud. All our information, all the data, all the information that we have is actually in the cloud, but the physical computer is merely a shell. If you don't have that computer, we can still function normally and optimally without that physical laptop or without that physical whatever it is. And that is the importance of going cloud. So cloud computing is basically on-demand availability of computer system that is not sitting down in a physical is in the physical computer and without the direct or active management by the user. So it is going on there, it is happening in the cloud, but it's not sitting on your computer, basically. So why do we do it? You will need it for creation and storage of our data, of what we do on daily basis. And when I say data, many of us will be thinking, oh, data is for maybe the data capturer of your job. No, that is not the data we are talking about. The data is, for example, you have met 15 people today and you have had some conversation with them, and all that conversation, they are all in your brain, you know and by tomorrow you've forgotten like 90% of all that conversation, and you don't know where you are, what is the way forward. It's just very confusing because it's gone. So that's what we call data. We use this are just information that we generate on a daily basis. So that's just data. So when you talk about data, I don't think, oh, data is for that person. Data is, for example, the person you are selling something, somebody came to buy stuff from you. So that is a whole bundle of data, because you can get his name, you can get his address, you can get a lot of information about him, maybe their banking details. So you already accumulated like a lot of data by sending one piece of item to the other person. So data is just all those information that we collect on a daily basis, and not something that is exclusive for people that are working in a computer in an office. Okay, so basically, the importance of going cloud means that we are able to create and store data in real time. We can manage our data in real time. We can network, we can collaborate with other people. So you can network and maybe having a conversation with someone who is in another country, and we can be working on the same slide at the same time. So we are collaborating in real time. We are having networking in real time. You won't say that, oh, my client is in Kafancha and I am in Maiduguri and we cannot work because we are far from each other. I don't have to get a flight to go to that place, because we are collaborating in real time on a cloud system. We can automate all our manual processes. Instead of you writing it's already automated. You just need to input your data and it's automated. You can sleep and that thing is fixed. Any changes you make to it will automatically fix itself. And it helps you to structure your life. So it's very, very important for us to know all these things. And that is what you're doing in this training for this 1 week. So I want you to get ready, and I want you to put in all your energy into knowing it. So basically, how this training will be conducted is that it will be done, it will be spread over 1 week. And that is the point of that is that it will facilitate the delivery, and it will ensure that we are able to have a manageable learning experience. If I want to teach you 10 modules in 1 day, it's like information overload, and then you only pick like 1% because it's too much. So for us to have a manageable experience, it will be spread over 10 modules, but depends on how fast we can go. If we can do more than that or less than that in that 1 week, the important thing is that if it's only one thing you can get, or 2 things, or 5 things, or the whole thing, it's just to improve your life and to improve our lives and our experience of how we structure our life. So basically, it will consist of 10 modules. Each day you get a short video like this one. It focuses on one tool. So that means some days we get more than one, and then you get some actionable points. The video link will be shared in the group. Thereafter, there will be conversation and discussions. At the time that we've decided that we'll be having that conversation, then we have the conversation about that particular tool, and then we move on to the next one. So I want us to get ready. At the end of the training, a certificate of attendance will be issued for those who might require it. So if you think you need something, maybe your work, they want you to submit a proof that you are doing something to improve yourself, like you are going for a training or something that you have done to improve yourself over a month, over a period of time, then you can give it to them that, okay, I learned a little bit about online tools, about cloud computing, and this is what I've learned to upskill myself in this. So that's basically why we are issuing that certificate of attendance. So if you are interested, there's going to be a Google form that you're going to fill, or or I'll give it what you're going to fill to complete, so that we can make a plan for you to get your certificate at the end of the week. If you have any question, please do not hesitate to contact me, and then we have it. We will sort it out, or you wait for the live conversation, live discussion, so that we can talk about those questions. Thank you for hanging out with me this morning, and let's see how far we can go. Have a great week.